What makes you nervous?
What makes me nervous? Not a lot anymore. Isn't that funny? I'm not a great flyer. The news makes me nervous. The world makes me nervous. Trump makes me nervous.
What keeps you up at night?
The world, Trump, the meanness in the world right now, particularly in our country. That keeps me awake, makes me sad.
Is it hard to read the news for you? To read even the headlines?
Yeah, it is. It's a very troubling time, and it makes me, first and foremost, very sad for my children, because I didn't grow up in this. Although the reality is that, if you know anything about history, this is just one big circle, and this too shall pass. And it'll come back to some stabilization and normalcy and kindness, and then it'll repeat itself again. We're just animals, aren't we?
I'm ready for it to keep going around.
Yeah, we need
come
to go
back the other way.
hurry
Please,
up
hurry
and
it up.
get out of this cycle.
Speed that cycle up. What cracks you up?
Oh gosh, like Peter Sellers' movie The Party.
What was your favorite TV show when you were young, a child?
Dark Shadows.
What were your 20s like?
My 20s were really fun, because I left the South at 20 and moved to New York, and that chapter was just all of my 20s were just fantastic, just full of wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, oh my God, there's a big world out there and I want it, It was a great time in the 20s.
If you could choose 2 celebrities to be your parents.
Oh my God, my parents.
Yes.
My parents. It's so funny. The first thing that came to my mind was Doris Day. And
who's your dad?
The dad. Who would the dad be? Oh, wow. So many great actors. Jimmy Stewart.
Always a good choice.
Yeah.
Are you a good driver or a bad driver?
I'm a really good driver.
Where'd you learn how to drive?
Mississippi.
Do you drive in New York?
We got our license at 15.
Oh, 15.
Uh-huh. So we could drive tractors and things.
Do you drive in New York?
Yeah.
And are you good in New York?
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's fun to drive in New York.
I like to drive in New York unless there's
traffic.
traffic.
Drive out of New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to drive?
I spend I have great friends in Philly, so I'll go to Philly a lot. Bucks County, so nice to go antiquing and drive out to the beach, whether it's the Jersey Shore or whatever, anywhere. It's just a great little day trip adventure.
If you invited me over for dinner, what would you prepare for me?
Probably not much, since I don't cook.
Not into cooking, huh?
Not into cooking, but I could have a delicious dinner for you.
So where would you take it out from? Where's your favorite place?
I'd probably have somebody make it.
What's your most dreaded household chore?
Most everything involved with the house.
Including cooking.
Including cooking. I'm a working gal. It's funny. You just miss a whole skill set.
What item can you never resist? Any item.
An item?
An item. Something you see at a store or something on a menu. Anything.
Well, the first thing that came to my head was not so much an item, but hardware stores. I love.
What?
Hardware stores.
But you don't like household chores and whatnot, but do you like building things?
I love preparing for all those things and organizing for all those things. So hardware stores are I could just spend all day in a hardware store.
Really?
Yeah. And bookstores. I love bookstores.
What's your favorite bookstore?
Book Soup at the moment, because there's so few left. Book Soup in LA on Sunset.
So do you order your books now? Like, do you read on a Kindle, or like, how do you read now?
No, I don't. I'm just of a different generation. I don't like reading electronically. I like the paper. I like the tactile part of it. Even a newspaper.
Oh, you read the print news still?
Yes. I love it. It's just very different. And I can look at it and decide, let me look back at that page and this. And I'm very visual, so it really bugs me to have to swipe and
I
go
feel
back.
that. If you weren't an actor, what would you be?
A doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind?
I'm not really sure. Probably an internist.
Did you think about becoming a doctor at some point? Because
No,
you were a
but
fine arts major.
I was, but my mama took my chemistry set away from me in the 5th grade when I had gone to the library on my own to learn all the abbreviations for the elements. I was obsessed with chemistry, afraid I was going to blow myself up or poison myself. Poor little girls at that point in time, right? Oh. So medicine, I'm just fascinated by.
That is
amazing. I can't get enough of the research. I want to know more.
Yeah, you didn't hesitate at all when I asked you that. Like right away.
Yeah,
doctor. Maybe someday. What's one acting role that got away?
Every great female role. That would be the answer. Because you're always looking as an actress in particular. Oh my God, what an amazing role for a woman. But there, I've had some great roles, and I've worked with really talented actors, so I have no regrets on any of that.
And last question, what's something that people would never guess about you?
That probably, the first thing that came to my mind is that you'd see me barefooted in blue jeans and a t-shirt at the farm. That's what I live in. That's what I live in LA. But just easy breezy casual with my bare feet on the ground.
This is Really Famous. I'm Cara Mayer Robinson, and I interview famous people. But I don't just interview them like your typical interview. I'm not really interested in those same old questions. Instead, I like to know who they really are and what they really think. Sometimes it's like listening to old friends catching up, and other times it's like eavesdropping on a therapy session.